Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Fantastic.
Are you watching Romeo 4, right? Ventura 560?
Yes, sir. Romeo 4.
Romeo 4, thanks. Ventura 5.
So the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking to make sure we have oil pressure, and that's important, and we have that. All right. So oil pressure is in the green, ammeter is charging, fuel selector is on the best tank, mixture is lean, transponders standby, brakes check, gyros check. We don't have a vacuum system. All right, make it the ground frequency there. All right, so we've already checked the flight controls. We've done all of these things. We'll just go ahead and be taxi. I've got this doodad too that will show me traffic in real time, so we'll be able to see a lot of other airplanes or anything that's going on. So it's super helpful. Helps me monitor what airspace we're in, as well as we have a full-on GPS here as well.
Wow.
And an autopilot. If anything comes up where, I don't know, say that I'm having some kind of a problem.
Right.
This is, see this button right here, that black button?
Yeah.
If you just press and hold that button for 3 seconds, it will activate the autopilot and auto level the plane and keep it at the same altitude.
Oh.
And then this is the button to then, we'll be talking to somebody. You press that button and say, hey, so hey guys, interesting thing.
Come rescue me.
Interesting thing just went down. But I always like to tell people that because
yeah, good to know.
have a fighting chance there. So all right, so I'm checking all the gauges. I'm looking at everything. Everything says we're ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
All right.
I'm so excited.
All right. Let me call ground here and get us going. Actually, let me get the weather here.
Visual approach runway 20 and you. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Romeo.
Oh, it has changed.
Drop control information. Romeo time 2350 Zulu. Wind 260 at 10. So weather is better than 5005. Temperature 272.11. Altimeter 2986. Visual approach runway 20 and you. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Romeo.
All right. Chop-down ground, Cherokee 511, 6 Lima at contour. We've got Romeo, VFR departure to the west, and we'll need a run-up.
Cherokee 5116 Lima Johnson, ground, runway 20, taxi via Romeo 4 Alpha, and you can just steer run up floating short of the runway.
Romeo 4 Alpha 2016 Lima. All right. So we're just going to check the brakes real quick, make sure they work. Brakes are good to have. Brakes work. That's good.
All right.
So here with your feet on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can see here, this is not using the feet to control the nose wheel, which points us in different directions that we need to go.
So once you're in the air, that's when the handles work.
Yeah. Yeah, so these control, you can see like on the edge there, you see that?
Yeah.
So imagine wind going over that, how it would, if it's like that, it's going to push the wing down.
Right.
If it's like that, it's going to push the wing up. That's how you turn.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is the elevator on the back, this, the big thing on the back, it does like this. So as you pull back, you go up, you push forward, you go down. And then this on the floor, on the ground, it is controlling the nose wheel, but it's also controlling the rudder, which is the vertical piece on the back. And so that helps you with the longitudinal alignment of the airplane.
So when you're flying, are you having to control all three?
All the things.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like driving a car. You just you don't think about it, each independent thing. When you're learning, it's overwhelming to do all this stuff.
Right.
Just taxing right now was just like, oh my god, like, okay, how do I do this? All right. So while we're taxiing and avoiding birds, this thing is called the turn coordinator. It's just like a little, almost like a leveler.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a ball in the kind of liquid there.
Yeah.
So watch what happens when I turn us kind of this way and that way. See how it's moving?
Yep.
So that's how I test that turn coordinator is working. The turn coordinator just keeps your turns coordinated. Like if you're on a snowboard and you're turning,
yep.
If you're skidding the turn, that's one thing. If you're on your edge and you're nicely carving the turn,
right.
That's what the coordinated flight is, because you've got the rudder and all axes kind of working together. So that's how that works. Down here I've got a trim. That's just like a fine-tuned device for the elevator. And so sometimes I'll be reaching down here. But yeah, what a beautiful evening, huh?
So exciting.
Yeah.
It's just such a weird perspective to see the runway
Yeah.
and the plane.
You're right. Just to be out in it.
Yeah, to really be like up front.
Totally.
Great.
Oh, you know, as you'll get more of a sense of this as we go, but it's kind of insane to me that this is allowed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not special.
Feels a little overwhelming.
Yeah, good. Good.
So were you just terrified your first time?
Learning?
Yeah, like learning and knowing that you were about to take off for the first time?
I wasn't terrified, but I was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like right now you're just going for a ride, so it's like, okay, like it's kind of peaceful. But first time you're like, I have to do this. Like, what am I doing? You know, the instructor's like helping you. You know, but it's kind of maddening.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get really settled into it. And it's good. It should be that way. I mean, it's not a thing to play around with. You know?
Right.
So, but it's nice when you kind of, you know, it's one thing to be complacent. You never want to be complacent, but it's nice when you can kind of settle in because you just got enough experience to settle into it. Everything's not so new
Right.
that it's overwhelming because your input levels become more manageable. So yeah, she had told us you can go ahead and go up to the whole short line of the runway because they're not busy right now, which is great. Otherwise, a lot of times you have to pull off back there to do these run-up checks that I'm about to do. But we're not holding anybody up. So I'm going to close this, and then what I'm going to do is pull the parking brake, and I go to checklist. So the first thing we did, parking brake is set, flight controls free and correct. We'll test those again. You can see I've got full movement of the controls, which is important. That's what I want. I want to make sure everything works. And it does. Avionics are set. Mixture will go full rich. This is just how much fuel is going into the engine. And we're going to rev it up to about 2,000 RPM, and we're just going to look at all the gauges and make sure that everything is doing what it's supposed to. So I'm looking at the oil temperature, the pressure, electrical system, fuel pressure, all that is good. And then there's these things called magnetos. There's a redundant ignition system, so I switch over to half of it basically to check that. There's a good little drop right there in the back. Go to the other mag, good drop, back to both. They're doing the same thing. That's what I want. I see everything is working really great.
See you back to the HA landing. We'll be at Turner.
Carburetor heat, that's to keep the carburetor from icing. That's just checking that it works, and now we're going to check the engine at idle to make sure that when we pull it all the way back that it doesn't fall out,
Right.
like your car idling. And everything's good. So we're gonna pull the mixture back, and I'll do my final checks. So as much as I have checklists, you want to do, you know, you use these to sort of verify, but you don't use them as to-do lists.
Right.
So it's sort of a protocol. So then now is the time for us to go, okay, are you ready to go? I think you're ready to go. I'm ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna look here. I'm gonna go, okay, I'm gonna set my trim for the takeoff position, which is where that line is right over the neutral position. So that's good. I'm checking you. You've got your seatbelt on. That's what I want to see. I'm checking the door. Door is closed and in the last position.
Yeah, Roger. Proceed to the helipad landing.
Breakers are all in. That's good. Carb heat is off. The mixture fuel pump will turn on once we are allowed to go. Mixture, the primer is locked. You don't want that sticking out. Avionics master is on. Alternate statics off. Oil, pressure, temperatures, all gauges are in the green. Everything is looking great. I feel 100% confident. And how do you feel?
Nervous.
Yeah, that's totally normal. Yeah.
Nervous and excited.
Yeah. So I'm just going to pull up to this line here, and then I'll give them a call. And we'll do some, we will commit acts of aviation.
Wow.
All right. JWN Tower, Cherokee 16 Lima, holding short, 20, ready.
Cherokee 5116 Lima, JWN Tower, right turn to the west of the freeway runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 20, right turn to the west, 16 Lima. All right, so mixture rich, fuel pump on. And if I don't like anything about how we're rolling out here, I'll just abort the takeoff. We don't have to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If I see anything I don't like, I'm checking the runway's clear, I'm checking final, there's nobody coming in. I always scoot over here. I want to use all of the runway. We have a lot of runway here, but it's just a habit to use all of it.
Proceed south.
And so here we are, runway 20. Everything looks good. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
All right.
Ready.
So we're just going to go full throttle here. I'm checking it. If we got good power, we're making good power. The airspeed's alive. Gauges are all on the green. We're just staying on that center line. We're almost to rotation speed already. And then we just pull back a little bit. And we're flying.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
And we're flying. And there's downtown. Over there.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah. So we're just going to climb up to about 1,200 feet and then we'll take a right. The wind's still a little swirly, but it's not bad. I'm not worried about it. I just don't want you to feel like... Again, these kind of planes, you feel the bumps.
Right, yeah, you do. You definitely feel the
Yeah, you're
wave a little bit.
You're really swimming around in water that you can't see.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of those, but as we get higher, things will get smoother. And as the sun keeps setting. So now we're going to turn to the right, gently.
Lost contact. I'm sorry, say again.
Medevac 886 Alpha Echo, ma'am.
Medevac 886 Alpha Echo, Johnson.
Look at this beautiful sunset.
I know, it's beautiful.
West southwest 2,000 feet. I'd like to cross Delta for St. Thomas West.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get
Medevac 6.
backup frequency for Nashville. Go ahead and get that in there. I want to make sure I don't go into the Nashville airspace. I'm going to plug my altitude so I have a reminder.
We'll call 1 mile per hour to the center line for 80.
And as we're climbing here, got a little checklist.
Flight 1, you can make left close traffic.
Airspeed set, throttle's full. Make sure we'll lean when we're up there, and our engine instruments are all good. Fuel pump will turn off once we get cruise. Everything's looking good. And we're just heading west.
Wow.
No particular place.
Like a broken record, just saying wow over and over and over.
Yeah, no, it's the best. It's the
Like,
best.
wow. Wow.
You will never, ever wow too much. I'm just pulling some power back so that we can level off at this altitude.
Okay.
So we'll stay under the Nashville Charlie. You can see here that pink line.
Yeah.
You see us, we're just going outside that shelf, and then we'll be able to come up there. So
I see. What were to happen if you like went into Nashville's airspace without them being notified? Do they come out and
it'd be bad.
it'd be bad?
It'd be bad, yeah.
Sorry, say again.
Do they come escort you down, or they just feel like?
Depends on what you're doing and where you're going, but they know who you are.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
no secrets up here.
Yeah.
So
Eastbound.
2985, looking, flight 6.
JWN Tower, 169, like frequency change.
Number 160, my frequency change is approved.
169. All right, now we're getting on with Nashville.
I'm going 3590.
Can't hear them very well because we're very low.
132.977.
We'll come back to that once we'll get out of the airspace and climb up a little bit.
Houses are huge.
Yes, people living well out here.
Is this the Cumberland here?
Yeah. Yep. Over there's Ashland City. Maribon Lake and all that's over there.
That's Cherokee 32. The Johnston Airport is off your left side about 8 miles. Get there, 832.
All gauges are looking good. Everything is looking good.
Southwest 1578, natural departure, radar contact, proceed direct Kello, expect higher in about 7 miles. 1578, direct Kello.
right, so as you can see, we just crossed that boundary right there. So now I'm going to put us to a climb so we can get a little bit more altitude.
32, cleared visual approach for runway 20, contact on team 411.45. Good night.
It's the visual approach to 20 and full start to Cherokee 832.
Southwest 1658, 2,200, climbing 4,000 runway heading. Southwest 1658, Nashville departure, radar contact, proceed direct to Rory, climb and maintain 15,000. Direct to Rory, 15,000, Southwest 1658.
So when you're flying, just see where you're going mainly by the map.
There you go.
When you're flying, do you mainly see where you're going by the map?
I mean, mainly you look outside and corroborate with the map. But there are GPS courses you can fly, or whatever. Right now I could turn on autopilot and say fly to John Tune, and it would just take us right to that airport.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Southwest 1578, climb and maintain 15,000. Southwest 1578 up to 1,000.
So we'll pull some power back and level us off again. Okay, turn the fuel pump off. And yeah, check it out, man.
Well, there it goes. Like, wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is the word. That's the word.
That's the word of the evening.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Quite a privilege to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm going to do a couple of gentle turns with you just to make sure that you don't mind doing turns.
Okay.
You ready?
All right.
I'll be very gentle.
Gentle turn.
Gentle turn. Turn a little bit this way. See? Big deal. And then we'll turn back to your side.
Okay.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Southwest
It's a lot softer than like a turn in a helicopter.
8.15. Good night.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of time or experience in I have no experience in a helicopter.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Still, medevac 65, Gerald Mike, runway heading.
All right.
3,000. Medevac
So now,
Mike Nashville departure ident, Nashville altimeter 2987. 87,
I'm going to ask you
Charlie Mike,
if you would like to fly.
2 south of John.
I'll do it with you if you want.
1-5.
You at least get a feel for it.
All right.
Well, you don't
I'm
have.
not going to do anything that would.
I'm not going to do like, oh, watch this or like that.
You would still control the plane though, right?
Always.
8-5. Good night.
So, just see how I'm flying. That's one hand,
Okay.
and you don't want to like death grip it. You just want to keep it kind of loose.
Uh huh.
And if I let go, it's going to probably lean a little bit this way because we have a little bit more fuel in one side. But generally speaking, you're like right now you're totally flying. So if you want to come back up a little bit, just pull it back up just a little bit. You see, it's a very small correction. You want to level the wings, just like that a little bit. Hold it. It'll do exactly what you tell it to do. So if you look outside,
Charlie Mike, turn left.
look at the horizon, and think about how you're seeing the nose relative to the space of the horizon there.
Okay. Yeah.
You just keep it where you are now. Like, look, I'm totally off. You're holding it perfectly. One hand. Two.
Oh, yeah. One hand.
One hand. You just point the plane where you want it to go.
Wow.
Not hard.
Oh.
You're doing a perfect job.
I'm going to maintain 4,000.
Like this feels like a extra high stakes arcade game. Right?
So now turn us a little bit that way.
2,500. 4,000.
Oh, we need to turn?
Yeah, well, just turn a little bit that way.
96, Nashville departure.
Okay.
Contact.
Oh, is that too windy?
And I'll be able to get you higher in about 6 miles.
Totally fine.
I direct Sammy, Brickyard 45.
Got a very good, sensitive, natural feel.
God. Wild.
You're fine. You are 100% flying this airplane right now.
Can't believe it.
Not touching it.
I'm flying a plane.
You're flying a plane.
Oh.
And so now, keep us kind of generally going this way. Like, just think about like that cloud. Like, we just want to kind of go that way, whatever.
Okay.
And you could start looking around and just kind of go, I'd like to point the plane that way, and just point the plane that way and keep the same.
Is it still okay?
Turn left settings.
You're doing perfect. You're doing
Turn 090.
absolutely amazingly. Yeah. You can feel like the nose came up just
Yeah.
slightly.
Oh wait,
very
it's going down a little.
Yeah.
Is that
So
okay?
you, no, you're fine. So you can see that our altitude is 3,580 feet.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep it around 3,500. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right now, you're climbing just a little bit.
Maintain.
There you go.
Okay.
Boom. That's how you fix it. Just that little bit of change. You just wait.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
It's very sensitive.
Very small correction. You're doing a perfect job. Perfect job. Now, take your feet and put them on the pedals if you can reach them.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I'll take controls for a second.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know if I can do it.
So scoot your seat up. There's a little, yeah. You can grab this handle right here.
Maintain.
Can I scoot?
Put your right hand here. Then put your left hand on this bar and pull it up just like a car.
Oh,
there you go. Perfect. There you go.
I gotta scoot more.
Scoot more.
Oh,
Yeah, put it where you need it to be.
my
go.
seatbelt's.
Oh, yeah. Take your time.
Take this off first.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Yeah.
It is legal to take your seatbelt off in cruise, just not during takeoff or landing.
Okay.
Yeah, get yourself resettled, but I'd love for you to be able to feel the pedals, and then you can kind of shadow me on the controls, and then you can kind of feel what I'm doing, and then you'll see kind of what you would do.
96, I'm to maintain 11,000.
So 11,000, aperture 4596.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think I'm probably good.
Done it.
Yeah.
All right, so now you've got your feet on those pedals. Don't worry about anything else. I've got everything else.
Okay.
We're gonna focus on just the pedals now.
Okay.
So, kind of feel my right foot pushing on it,
Yeah.
and you can kind of feel my left foot pushing on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things
So, you just shadow, just put enough pressure on the pedals to feel what I'm doing, but you know, you don't have to do anything else to control it.
Okay.
2580.
I'll show you something really interesting. So if we turn the airplane without using the rudder, we just start turning.
3.9 or
Watch how this ball, like see this,
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
gets out of coordination because
Yep.
we're kind of slopping it over, right? So
Yeah.
now if we do the same turn again, but we add rudder to lead the turn, see how it's just so much more like carving,
Right.
and then I let it off. If I'm going to the right, a little bit more rudder pedal, you feel that pedal I'm pushing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I let it off a little bit, maybe, but I'm coordinating the.
Yeah. Yeah, the turn feels a lot more stable.
Yes. So that's what that's about.
596, I'm to
But
maintain.
right now, what I'm doing is I'm just getting everything. The plane, it can be kind of set to almost fly itself without autopilot. So, for instance, right now, I wanted to be at 3,500. So I'm going to push us down a little bit.
Right.
Unplug this altitude here. I have a little marker that comes up
National departure
when we get to the right altitude,
to maintain.
letting us come down a little bit, not rushing, pushing the nose down a little bit. But you can see there's this kind of pressure. So if I use the trim and push it down, now it kind of holds that in place. Now we're in a constant ascent without me having to fight the back pressure of the yoke.
I see.
4596, contact Mobile Center 13.
So that's pretty cool.
Good night.
That's a good photo for you right there.
Oh, beautiful.
American 1585, proceed direct kilos.
Wow, look at that.
1585.
Incredible.
All right, so now, one thing. I'll show you, the awesome tech here is like, I can put in John Tune and just say, autopilot on, fly us to John Tune. It knows to turn us around.
Wow.
I'm hands off.
That's wild. So if something were to happen to you, that's probably what they would tell me to do.
Good evening, that's right. Mark American 3003, 2,200, climbing 4,000.
Doing it all on its own.
National departure, radar.
Nice gentle turns, you know.
That's why I thought they had this technology
American.
at this time. This was 7.
Oh, this is all upgraded from their.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was going to say,
It's like you took the brain of a
like,
Tesla.
that's amazing that they still have that.
How did that GPS in the 60s? Elvis hadn't even hit yet. Yeah, so I'm going to turn off the autopilot. You'll hear a little beep when I do that. And so now, what we'll do is we'll call Nashville.
American 1585, contact Memphis Center on 125.85. Good night. 2585, 1585. American 3003, Southwest.
So you can hear they're talking to American Airlines, Southwest Airlines. Can you hear all that?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Right, American 3003. American 3003, maintain visual separation from the Boeing 737 at your discretion. Climb and maintain 15,000. 15,000 will maintain separation. There's 3003.
Nashville approach, Cherokee 511 to 6 Lima VFR request.
Cherokee 5116 Lima, Nashville approach, the request.
Cherokee 516 Lima, 14 miles west of Johnson. I'd like to do a downtown tour if possible.
Cherokee 16 Lima, squawk 0334 and ident.
0334, ident 159.
Southwest 1391, 2 for 4, heading 160.
What that does,
1391,
makes us flash on our screen.
Maintain 15.
He can see us like, oh, they're the one that's blinking that I just told to push the ident button. He'll call us back here in a second.
We're Raider 55, about 7 miles from IDZEB, cross IDZEB at 3,000, cleared RNAV GPS for runway 18 approach.
Cross IDZEB at 3,000 and cleared RNAV, runway 18, GPS approach. Thanks. Blue Raider 55.
November 16 Lima, radar contact 12 miles northwest of Johnson Airport at 3,500. Maintain that altitude. Proceed direct downtown Nashville. Nashville altimeter 2987.
2987, 3,500, direct downtown, position checks 167.
Southwest 1391, turn left.
You have to be fast.
Oscar.
They don't want amateurs honking up the radios for the pros, so you have to kind of be on it.
Wow.
So that's why I sort of talk fast when I'm talking to them. All right, so I'm setting the autopilot to hold us at 3,500 because that's what he asked us to do. And he wanted us to go direct downtown. So I've kind of just used this as sort of a general heading, about 115. I see downtown, I'm just pointing us right towards downtown and maintaining this altitude. That's all I'm doing.
1595 through 2,500.
And we are on our way.
160. Southwest 1595, national departure, radar contact. Good evening, climb and maintain 15.
So is it on autopilot now?
It's on autopilot right now.
Southwest 1595. American 3003, contact Memphis Center, 132.9er. Have a good night.
What?
132.9.
So cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Pretty good night.
So cool. It's kind of I love these kind of slightly hazy, sort of humidity rising. I think it looks like a painting.
American, correction, Southwest 1595, proceed direct to Sammy.
So eventually, as we get closer, they're going to give us over to the tower for BNA actual airport. Right now, remember I was saying that they're sort of like the approach controllers are kind of the gatekeepers for the airspace. But then eventually they'll hand us off to another person. I'll have to make another call. They don't have to coordinate with them, not only what I'm doing there, but then how we're leaving and when we're leaving, which direction we're going, what are our intentions. We were saying we're going to come back to Johnson. Okay, cool. That's all that'll work.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the perfect time to do this too. Perfect time.
It's amazing how you can see the whole horizon.
Yeah.
Like the 180 of the...
Yeah, I always remind myself to sort of look out and around because it's just, the panorama is unbelievable.
Southwest 1391.
Because when you're over a big plane, you only see just the little horizon edge.
That's right. Yeah, you're really... It's
incredible to see the whole
immersed
edge of the earth.
Yes.
Oh, and you can see the light starting to come on.
That's right. That's why this time is so perfect. Because you get all the rosy hues of the sunset, but also the the brilliance of the constellation of light.
Do you ever fly at night?
Yeah.
Do you see the stars? Or when you're flying?
If it's clear, yeah. It's amazing. It is otherworldly to fly at night. It is,
I
especially
can imagine that
when you
was
go away from town.
totally,
You would love it. It's
totally insane experience.
It really is. It's like being in outer space.
Southwest 1595, contact Memphis Center, 1 tree.
I mean, we'll be flying almost at night by the time we come around.
Right.
You'll get a sense of it. It won't be like pitch black yet entirely, but it'll be close.
I feel like that would be like being in the Twilight Zone.
It really is. I love it. I mean, it's a little tricky in the sense that you have less emergency options because everything's just a dark void.
Right.
And wherever there's lights, it's usually a road, and you don't necessarily want to go on roads because of power lines and people. So it does present some challenges to fly at night.
Right. Yeah, I guess the risk, I feel like, goes up.
There are some more risks. I mean, at the same time, it's more peaceful. There's less traffic. I don't know. So I don't ever choose to just be like, I'm going to go out and just fly at night. I do it to maintain my currency, my proficiency, and I keep it really as just a tool in my back pocket.
November 16, name of contact tower, 118.6. Have a good night.
18.6, 16, thanks, Joe. Over to 11.
Runway heading, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Nashville Tower, Cherokee 16 Lima, 3,500 downtown tour.
601,
Step on that
Porting
guy.
short 207.
Cargo South 7601, heavy Nashville Tower, good evening. Fly runway heading, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 20 center, runway 80, Cargo South 601.
Nashville Tower, Cherokee 16 Lima, 3,500 downtown tour.
5116 Lima, Nashville Tower, Nashville altimeter 1087, maintain VFR over downtown.
87 VFR 160. So he did not give us an altitude restriction, but we'll stay up where we are.
You're so quick to hear.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's almost like, you know, being immersed in a foreign country. At first, it's like, what?
Right.
How would anybody understand that? And then you just get it. So if you look straight ahead, you can see the runways for BNA right there. You look just
4122.
the lakes up there on the horizon just before it.
Oh.
We're almost lined up on the runways for BNA. Like, we're coming up on downtown, and then there's East Nashville.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there is downtown.
Yeah, right there. We're going.
What's so small?
Pull power back, slow us down a little bit.
Nashville Tower, blade 1, 10 miles northwest, 1,400. We'd like to go.
Wow, the city feels so much smaller.
Shark F8 is Julius, now currently Nashville, altimeter 287, winds 250 knotters. Cargo South 7601, heavy contact departure, have a good rest of your night.
About you, good night, Cargo South 7601.
What do I now, sir? I'm sorry, say again. Blade 1, ident, Nashville, altimeter 287. Blade 1, radar contact 10 miles northwest of Nashville, hitting 1 south clear, maintain VFR request to remain west to the right at all times.
So you can see the lights of the jets taking off and coming in.
4280 Nashville Tower, good evening.
Sometimes the jets will just come right by you.
Heavy Boeing 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fly runway heading, runway 20 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading 20 center, clear for takeoff, Southwest 4280.
This 2544, turn left Bravo 2, left turn Bravo, trying to ground, have a good rest of the evening.
Bravo 2 Bravo, you too, Southwest 2544.
All right, I'm going to descend this a little bit, pull some power back, but don't be nervous.
Okay.
All right.
Wow. Oh, look, there's the sound stadium. It's so cool.
That's the perfect time.
Yeah.
All right, so we're coming up on Lower Broadway.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll just fly right over this. Watch this. We're gonna go just a little bit past it. And remember how we did those turns earlier?
Yeah.
280, connect Port. Have a good night.
A turn.
Nice, Southwest 4280.
Cherokee 2238 now. Tower good.
Oh my gosh.
Turn
That's wild.
220 and 20 center, clear for takeoff.
Look at that.
Heading 220 for 20 center, clear for takeoff, American 20.
Look up there too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Outrageous.
4327, turn left Bravo 2, left turn Bravo.
Red.
Good night.
Bravo 2, Bravo, you see Southwest 4327.
Oh.
Oh, we're gonna do another turn. Over downtown.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
I'll bring it back. Hold on a second.
Oh. That's so crazy.
All right, we'll do a steep bank to the right. This would be awesome.
Oh.
Right over Broadway.
Oh my gosh. Do those people see us?
Yeah. They have to. Hello. Hello, dear tourist. All right, I'm gonna come back to the left a little bit. Start to get wobbly or anything, just let me know.
Wow. No, it feels really stable actually.
Yeah. So the plane just kind of flies itself. You just put it in the right
Oh my
condition.
gosh. That is so cool. Oh, that's Adventure Science Center.
Yeah.
40.
All right, turn this way again. Vanderbilt all down here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's Vanderbilt.
Or not, Belmont. Yeah, Vanderbilt's over there, yeah.
Wow.
So you can see West End there. There's the Lowe's Plaza or whatever. You can see,
Yeah, you really can see everything. That's the Vanderbilt Tower there.
yeah.
Wow. Those highway corridors look really cool from up here.
Another view of Broadway for you.
It really is lit up so differently than everywhere else. Amazing.
Tell me when Broadway is right underneath, hitting the edge of the front edge of the wing.
Yeah, it is.
It is? There we go.
Oh my gosh! That's insane. That is so cool.
Adventure Science Center right there.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it now.
Oh, did they change the name?
I don't know. It's like everything always changes.
Oh, that's true. I love the way the highways look.
Yeah.
Highways and the bridges. Wow, and you can really see how the Cumberland snakes through the city.
Yeah, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Nashville Tower, Cherokee 169. I'm just going to head back to John 2.
161 radio service terminated. Contact Squawk VFR and connecting tower.
VFR over to 10, 160.
That sunset is beautiful.
Yeah. JWN Tower, Cherokee 16 Lima, 5 miles east, inbound, full stop. Uh-oh.
That's runway 20, runway 20, clear to land.
I say again for 16 Lima.
16 Lima, make a left base for runway 20, runway 20, clear to land.
Left base 20, clear to land. 16 Lima. Alright, now we're going to start our descent. And we're doing a left base turn, which is sort of like an L-shaped turn.
Okay.
The runway that we departed from is right over there, so we're just going to go right over there.
Oh,
We
wow.
got some altitude to lose, so I'm going to pull some power here, and we will descend.
Wow.
Monitor the Delta Net Sierra, requesting departure to the south and east downtown.
Next one, certified will be at sunrise.
Like my eyeballs are buzzing.
Yeah.
Delta 500 to south and Mango.
Yeah, this is so different being able to see it from this level versus when you're higher up.
Yeah, it kind of changes everything.
Yeah, it really does. Do you feel like when you're driving around, you feel like you see things differently now in the city?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It's really interesting to live here for so long and not do this, and then all of a sudden start doing it. You reorient to the whole, your whole sense of where you are.
Yeah, it really, really does.
Get this really relational sense. It's experiential, unlike a map.
Yeah, totally. I feel like there's so many things I'm noticing. Do you feel like in the years you've been flying, you've noticed the difference in the growth in the city just from the air, or do you feel like you experience it more on the ground?
Yeah, it's hard to maybe tell about the growth, but yeah, I don't know. Just, I mean, I don't necessarily fly over Nashville all the time.
Right.
I go in and out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so we have a little checklist we're gonna do. This is a flow check. Basically means we check our gas, we're good, and we're on the right, the correct undercarriage is welded, meaning the landing gear is fixed, not landing gear that goes up and down. Our mixture, we're gonna go full rich. Our fuel pump on. We got all our lights on. Everything's ready to go. And we were already cleared to land. It's a very quiet night. A lot of times it can be like a hornet's nest out here with a lot of traffic.
Really?
Yeah, it can be very busy. So I don't know if you could tell yet, but that's the runway over there. It's kind of going this way. We're doing an L kind of turn. I'm flying us right over sort of Ashland City Highway here.
Okay.
And over Trash Mountain. And then we're gonna hang a left, and then you'll see pretty clearly then the runway.
See where it is.
Yeah, so now we're at about the right altitude I want to be, but I do want to slow us down a little bit. So I want to pull flaps, one notch of flaps, and then you're gonna feel like a little, like speed brakes or something.
Did you fold them?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, sometimes people are really sensitive to like, ooh.
Oh,
But
no, I didn't notice.
didn't even notice. Perfect. So our speed is good. I like this approach. Feel good about it.
That sunset is great.
Yeah.
Matches your plane.
Yeah. That's right. You can see the runway better now, probably.
Yep.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna pull some power now. We're gonna lose a little bit more altitude, and we're gonna turn. We're gonna sort of square it off. Right about here.
Oh.
All right. We've done our final landing checks. I feel good about everything. We got 3 white and 1 red. That's good. That means we're higher than the glide slope. We'll take our second notch of flap. Pull this down a little bit more. There is a crosswind, so you'll see that the nose is going that way when we're tracking this way. So remember how we were talking about the rudders?
Right.
So watch this. On the left rudder, now we're longitudinally aligned with the runway. Now just angle the plane to keep us straight. That's how you land in a crosswind.
Wow.
And we're going to go ahead and do a third notch of flaps here. And we are ready to land. Everything's looking real good. Speed is on. How's that?
Wow, that was a really good landing. Bravo.
Yeah, how about that?
That was great.
Reeser, as they're called.
It was the best landing I've ever experienced.
Yeah. I practice a lot.
Helicopter 886.
So quiet here tonight.
Huh.
86 Alpha Echo Charlie.
That was amazing.
Yes, ma'am. 86 Alpha Echo is
Good job.
St. Thomas.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you flew really well.
So fun.
The southern edge here, Delta.
And Helicopter 6 Alpha Echo Roger.
I mean, we can go do some more landings or something if you want. You want to keep flying?
6, just report when you're leaving.
I'm serious.
Okay.
You want to fly some more?
I'll fly.
You know what? I'll show you.
It's up to you.
I'll show you. No, let's do a couple landings.
Cherokee 16 being taxiing to the right via Alpha Romeo 4.
Actually, we decided to do a little bit of pattern work because it seems so quiet and you're probably bored. 16 Lima.
Cherokee 16 Roger, runway 20 taxi via Alpha.
20 via Alpha 16 Lima. Let's do some landings.
What are those?
So there's a thing called so that you do pattern work when you're learning how to land,
Airport 2 miles.
or when you're just practicing landings. And so you can imagine like a racetrack pattern around the runway. There's the runway, then you climb up, then you parallel the runway coming back this way, then you come back around and you land. And you just kind of do that over and over again, especially when you're learning. But you do it for practice or whatever.
Right.
And so it's called pattern work. And so, if I haven't flown for a little while because maybe there's been maintenance going on or something, that's one of the first things you do is go up and just bang out a bunch of landings and just kind of make sure everything's good with the plane. Don't get too far from the runway or the airport and, that kind of thing. But
Right.
I think you're going to love this because we can just do a couple of them, but it's like you're going to be able to see the progression into a little bit more darkness without it being necessarily fully night.
That'll be cool.
But I kind of got the sense you wanted to keep flying.
I love flying. I'm hooked.
See, I told you.
It only took me, 30 minutes?
Yeah. You're like, I'm nervous. Whoa.
I know.
Blade 1, 4 miles east, 1,004.
It was so fun.
It's so fun.
Blade 1 Roger, Flight Nash is also.
It is the best thing in the world.
I could definitely see how you fall in love with it.
So before we go further, though,
Got that traffic light, Blade 1.
I'm going to
Roger, maintain visually, proceed to the ramp landing will be Patron risk.
my regular glasses.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Flight Nash 1 traffic is a Robinson 4 miles east of the field, 1,400 for the HOA.
We're looking for traffic Flight 1.
All right. So we've already checked everything because we've just been flying and I feel good about everything. We're just going to roll up to hold short and say we're ready to go.
Maintain visually, proceed.
Are you ready to go?
I'm so ready.
Patron risk.
Maintain visual, proceed.
Boom.
Helipad and 90 pilots on risk, Ground 1.
Dr. Tower, Cherokee 167, holding short 20, ready for closed traffic, just do a couple landings.
Cherokee 160, Roger, being right, close traffic, runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff 20, reckless traffic 169. Air and fuel pump to go. Gauges are all in the green. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Nobody's. Oh, that person on final is very far away. Nobody's on the way. Remember how we use all the runway. Never leave good runway behind you. The rule. Line up. Do it again. Let's go.
We do.
Airspeeds are live, making good power. Everything looks good. Coming up on rotation speed. Slightly nose up here. Boom.
60 Delta Extra, job team tower, port a 4 mile final for 0.
44 mile final.
Don't get me with the wows.
You wow all you want. There's no wow limit.
JWN Tower, helicopter 86 Alpha, go clear the Delta.
Helicopter 6 Alpha Echo, frequency changes. Approved. Have a good night.
86 Alpha, Echo, roger. Thank you, ma'am. You too.
So when we're doing this, I stay pretty close to the runway. I like to be able to be within gliding distance of the runway. We'll climb up here to 1,500 feet, which is the designated pattern altitude. And then I'll pull some power back here. We're right at 1,500, where we want to be. And then we'll bang it right. Close to the runway. Pull some power back. We're just cruising along.
I feel like I can't open my eyeballs wide enough.
We're gonna do 2 landings. But this one's
Delta Extra, can you say your distance?
5.3 miles from the runway for 0 to
JWN Tower, 16 we can either do a short approach or we can extend, whatever works for you.
Cherokee 16 roger, make sure to approach runway 20, clear for the option.
Short approach 20, clear for the option. 16. All right.
BM0 Delta Extra, you'll be following a...
What this means is we're doing a power off 180 landing. Practice these. That plane's coming in. She's saying, you can go now, then go. So boom, I'm pulling all the power here. And this is so fun. This is my favorite thing to do.
Blade 2 at HOA, look brief.
Blade 2, stand by.
Stand by, Blade 2.
Favorite.
TBM0 Delta Extra, the Cherokee traffic is short final now, runway 20, number 2, clear to land.
So that TBM is clear to land behind us. Our airspeed is good. We're just power off and just gliding.
Wow.
We're gonna have some speed to bleed off, so it'll take a second here.
Okay.
Get center line back here.
DOCOM 6321.
There we go. Airspeed's perfect. Now we can kick the rudder over. Line up on center line.
Runway 20.
Let the plane bleed its own energy off.
TBM runway 20, number 2, clear to land.
Behind the TBM, clear to land on runway 20,
Boom.
6321.
And we just put the flaps in and we go full power. Touch and go.
Oh my gosh, and then you go back up again?
Yeah.
That's great.
Touch and go.
That was awesome.
That was fun. Short approach. That's my favorite.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Really a good pilot.
Thank you. I try.
Departure from the range will be
awesome.
Proceed to the east.
Rest of the east way 2.
Oh, she was talking to me, but she was not. Yeah, this is like the most. Everything's become very boring to me
Echo John 2, good evening.
because this is so much fun.
Alpha Echo 10 miles to the west, 2,300, descending down to 2,000, like eastbound transition over to Talon.
Medevac 19 Alpha Echo, transition out about 2,000 feet is approved. The altimeter 2986. Just support 1 mile prior to crossing the center line of runway 20.
Transition out about 2,000 approved for 1 mile prior to crossing for 119 Alpha Echo.
So now that plane is coming in.
Yeah. Good eyes. Good situational awareness. That's very good.
Now there's another plane.
Yep. That means they'll probably send us out further.
Is that another plane coming, or is that from the?
That's a helicopter, I think.
Good Tower, Planet 1 is at the helipad. Requesting departure to the south and eastbound south.
Nashville 1 tower departure will be at run risk, proceed south and east.
Departure from helipad of pilots on risk, proceed to the south, then eastbound south.
Cherokee 16, you'll be number 2 for the runway following King Air traffic on about a 3 mile final when approach traffic in sight.
Alright, I think we got the King Air in sight, and we'll just extend our downwind 16 Lima. That will be number 2.
Cherokee 16, move behind the King Air runway 20, number 2, cleared for the option.
Clear to land, number 2 behind the King Air for the option 16. So that plane right there
Wait, 2 frequency
Yeah.
changes.
is the one that we're going to go in behind.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that plane to be sort of like lined up with our wing,
Okay, I think we're going to miss that one.
and then
BNA 0 Delta X-ray.
then I'll know it's okay for me to go ahead and turn in behind him.
Hurry down to Alpha 2 Zodiac.
So there he goes. Now he's disappeared behind our wing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to extend just a little bit more, and then he's a much faster plane. Good turn. We're already clear to land. There he goes over the water.
Planet 1, push up frequency change.
Planet 1 frequency change is approved.
Frequency change approved, Planet 1.
CBM 0 Delta X-ray, safe parking.
Stand by.
You're going to contour.
That's it.
CBM 0 Delta X-ray, right turn left on Alpha, right Romeo 4.
Left Alpha, right Romeo 4 Zodiac.
So we're super high. That's why there's 4 white lights.
Right.
But I like staying high because I like this plane has no problem getting down really quickly. There's also something called a forward slip you can do.
6321, if able
So you can put the full rudder deflection in, hit the wing.
Romeo 4.
I can just
Alpha 2.
put us in like
Romeo 4,
out of a cross-controlled condition.
Yeah.
Medevac 9 Alpha.
And so our airspeed's not really increasing, but we're descending much faster.
Roger for
Oh wow.
Alpha Echo.
Flip it all the way down. Straighten it out. Got plenty of altitude. We go full power. Lead the rest of the energy off. Oh, little sinker there.
Yeah.
JWN Tower, Medevac 9 Alpha Echo, we're 1 mile west of town.
Medevac 9 Alpha Echo, roger. Have no known traffic to the northeast. Frequency changes approved.
Frequency approved, Medevac 9 Alpha Echo, thank you.
Oh, now you got a little bit of taste of a little bit of almost knife. Almost knife. A couple more landings. That's fun, right? You used to do the short approach. Like that short approach was that's the,
That was great.
yeah. That's like doing.
I could totally see why you like that.
That was fun. All right, we're done playing.
Cherokee 160, are you going back to parking or the runway?
Affirmative to parking. 167.
Cherokee 160, roger. Is it Romeo 3, Romeo 4?
Romeo 4 would be fine.
Cherokee 160, roger. Taxi to parking via Alpha Romeo 4.
Alpha Romeo 4 to parking. 167. Thanks for helping.
Have a good night.
You too. All right, fuel pump off. Make sure lane flaps are already in the right position. We're good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so glad you.
Fun.
It's such a thrill for any pilot to just take other people up, you know, and I get such a kick out of people getting a kick out of it.
I love it.
it's really, I mean, especially when you start using it to then, it's like you go to these places to eat at these weird places, eat at weird restaurants and in the middle of nowhere and walk, or whatever. It's like there's all these adventures that become unlocked, and it's just I don't know, it's kind of my handhold to sanity when everything else is not.
Right.
Yeah. You just
it's incredible.
Transcendent kind of experience.
Well, I imagine there's also like another kind of level of security knowing that you can always just hop in your
just BTFO.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some of that.
I know who to call if I...
Right, that's right.
Get me out of here.
Yeah, get in line. It's gonna be a hectic day. The apocalypse.
Yeah. It might be a little hard to see.
We can't see anything.
I know.
All right.
That's great.